What is up, guys? I'm Ikea31 here. Playbook reviews. Ravens time. Ravens. This was an odd one. It's odd in the sense that it has some formations that I like. It has a lot of formations that I like, actually. But then I'm like, okay, why isn't there more good stuff in here? I mean, this gun flip trips Raven. Really like this set. It's one of my favorite sets in the entire playbook, and one of the more unique sets in the game, with the slot receivers kind of staggered with each other, and I'm running right at nickel blitz 2 and housing it. It's got, the halfback offset, so he's in a better position to pick up edge pressure. We've gone over that before, but I wish the passing plays in it were better. Wide trips tight, again, the halfback offset, which gives me better edge protection than halfback in line. Pop it right down the seams with Devonta Adams drop it, but again, I say to myself, it's got level sail, it's got fade smash, play action cross, but I wish there was more. That's what I said to myself over and over again with this playbook. Nice formation, but give me more to work with. Anyway, I'm in gun doubles. Gun doubles set is pretty decent. You got a couple of shallow crosses. I'm running one from here. The other one's a flood, which is basically the same type of play, but flipped. The slot receivers running an out, and the X is running a streak. And I hit O.J. Howard for a nice little game there. I love this O.J. Howard. I was going to try scat out of this set. Didn't really like it. And this is a nice little play here. You can hit the back right up there when his icon comes on. You don't have to wait for him to do the out route. And I also had the hitch there open, which I didn't really expect to get open, but it did. And now I'm going to run inside zone here and try to hammer it, which I do. Again, this is one of my favorite formations in this playbook. And now we're going to go with some tempo. Still single back tight doubles. Another decent set. I'm going to screw up the run here. I should have. Actually, I should have broke that one outside. Not a really good job of run stick by yours truly. Again, tempo, tempo, tempo. He's stopped the nickel blitz too fast and has gone to 3-4, but I don't know how he had his D line there. There's no one there. I was able to get through, even though he had a pinch line, double team blocking, enabled me to pop through there a little bit. And you can tell he's pass committing because of how his guys are just drifting back pre-snap. And again, inside zone, that formation has just been slaughtering him. I was just popping that in there pretty much all game for big, big yardage. All right, second half. Gun doubles. Again, not going to be too cute. Just going to run inside zone. Not going to make things overly complicated on myself. I like that play action comebacks play. The gun doubles as well. Wide trips, weak. It's useless against a nickel blitz 2 guy, unless you run wide receiver screen here or run the inside zone. Maybe you might get lucky and get some blocking by the halfback if you run play action. But here, he just brings major heat. Just perfectly timed and set up, and no one's there. Off to the races. Moss just houses that bad boy. You also have the spread Y flex, which features the ever so popular play action deep out. And look at how hard this throw is against baseline 4-4 cover 2 invert. I mean, my God, that's so aggravating. Single back, again, tight doubles, wide slot. I like this single back trio a lot. You saw this in the Denver Broncos playbook. Anytime a formation has a bubble screen, I gotta try it out and see how useful it is. And it's got a useful set of plays as well to branch out of. It's a good formation to do a little bit of mini scheming. For empty set, nothing special really. Run a little shallow cross off the 4 verts. Typical stuff there. Nothing really stood out. Single back deuce wing. Didn't have the wham, which was kind of surprising. Most of the deuce wing sets do, or most of the playbooks with that deuce wing set has it. Just gonna run it straight ahead. The I-formation stuff, nothing really stood out as far as that's concerned. Here I'm going to run strategy out of the ace tight end jumbo here. And again, I just run it straight ahead. I mean, he didn't really have much of an answer for the run game at all. Got a gun bunch. The gun bunch is not the best in the world. There are a ton of playbooks out there that have substantially better gun bunch sets than this one's. I mean, widespread here, and this guy is a type of guy. The second opponent here that I'm showing you is the type of guy who runs a lot of buck slant 3, nickel blitz 2 type of defense. And again, if you're going to be in a formation like widespread with the halfback in line, any formation that isn't the meta for blocking those edge blitzes, you got to commit to getting the ball out fast, really fast, or running the ball here, running deep attack. I think he's going to bring that corner in again. Here he comes. Tight fit, but I'm able to get it out there. Just snap that shallow out route off. I'm really surprised that more people don't just run right at these nickel blitzes. I'm seeing that in some of the Madden Championship games that I'm watching today, at least, but just run right at it. Run them out of it, and if they don't stop the run, keep on running. Going to go in the center here now. I think I'm going to be in strong eye. Yeah. Strong eye, going to try to run some stretch. The key to running stretch is just to read the flow and cut it up. I probably could have cut that one out, actually, but if you see the pursuit flowing wide, cut it back. If they're, not holding the edge, keep on going wide. And there, that's the perfect scenario for your bubble screen. I just wish the receivers blocked a little bit better. Probably could have been a touchdown, but he brought the nickel blitz 2, and from there it's just numbers. Here we go with that trips tight with the tight end, and just committing to running right at it. I like this motivator Jay Ajayi. Don't mind him at all. Y flex tight has some good play action in there as well, but don't really need it since I'm able to run it. So keep on running it. And on the goal line, the guy still does nickel blitz 2 on the damn goal line. I mean, jeez. Wide trips, just gonna get my out route on. Sometimes I get a little bit out route happy, but it's always good to throw it out there if they're not gonna. If they're not being conscious of defending the sideline. I wish this play was a little bit better. You got a high point there to get through the seam. Again, I'm kind of jerry-rigging some seam out combinations there. I'm going to Randy ratio. Not a lot of out patterns. Not a lot of out patterns at all. Not a lot of comeback patterns either. I'm a stickler for those. Gotta have some outward breaking routes. I mean, jeez. Actually get a shotgun counter off for a 4-yard gain. I mean, my God. You don't see that very often. Anytime you can get a positive yardage out of a shotgun counter, you throw a party. Here, I just become a quick snapping bastard, and I don't allow him to set up the blitz. He's trying to set up that 4-3 under CB blitz, the one that sends the linebacker in the corner. I saw him kind of, caught in no man's land, cycling through defenders, and I just snapped the ball. Crash blitz 3. Was not going to allow him to set it up and get back on a guy who could read the screen pass. So, yeah. Little cutthroat there, but who cares? So, I mean, this playbook, it does have some nickel blitz 2 beaters. Not a lot of them. And it does have some formations that you can run downhill against it. So, yeah, overall, I'll give it a fair share of credit for having some of these edge blitz beaters, but there's just not a whole heck of a lot of them. And even though it has some formations that I like, there's just not a whole heck of a lot there in them that's usable. And that's the biggest problem with this playbook, and the biggest problem with playbooks overall. They've watered down these playbooks so much over the past 3 or 4 years that there's just not a whole heck of a lot in them to begin with. And then when you eliminate the things that don't work, you have even less. And then when you eliminate all the things that you can't run because you can't block nickel and dime and dollar edge heat out of them, you have even less. It just makes it really hard to use a lot of these playbooks to their fullest potential. And this one, suffers that fate. So I think 20 is a good spot for it. I really can't see how I can rank it any higher than that. I certainly don't see it cracking the left column. So, there it is. So that's that. Next up is Hollywood's Redskins. I know Hollywood has been waiting for a long time for that. So I'll get cracking on that. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.